Why at the first place did you decide when you were younger to become a soldier? Captain Price, welcome. This is our second session. We meet because you have a professional issue. You have a kind of panic attacks during warfare, but you're a soldier, so you have to function. You want to analyze this. You want to see what's going on in your psyche.
Exactly.
One first proposition that you stand up and have a look at the pictures which I have produced. This is my way of analyzing the situation, of analyzing you. I make propositions with free associations, with paintings and drawings. I would like you to react to them. So just stand up, please. Choose two pictures or the ones you see here. I just want to explain to you beforehand. These are the free associations. These here. This is my structure of producing an analysis. I put two portraits of the subject in question, of you in this case. I produced the first one. These are the free associations. And one last thing, I always include myself. So there's a small portrait at the end, because there's always a dynamic of transference from you to me, but also a dynamic of counter-transference from the therapist to the analysant. So just choose two pictures. Which one would you like to choose?
Choose this one.
Yes. And
that one.
And that one. So I would like this picture to tell you a sentence, and then you reply to the sentence the picture told you.
I'm not fully exploded yet, but I'm going to explode.
Good. What do you reply?
I can feel you. I'm on the same page.
Okay. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm about to fully explode.
Okay. You chose a second picture. It was this one. So this picture tells you something. Produce a phrase. This picture is producing a phrase to you.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. What are you applying?
I can't resist.
There was a philosopher, Immanuel Kant, centuries ago. His idea to prevent war was, whenever a nation has to decide on whether it should go to war, whenever they have to decide to do it, they should make a referendum. So not let the minority decide about the fate of the majority. He made references from the history where he pointed out that in most cases the major population of a country is not willing to go to war because the population itself is suffering from the war and not the minority who decides. What would be your reaction, position to this idea of referendum?
This would be an amazing idea. But I don't think that in today's world there is room for referendum because we don't decide anymore for our fates. We don't.
One more thing I would like to mention, I hope it helps you in some way. I'm giving you ideas and on how you find yourself in this position of being a soldier, but not being able anymore because of the panic attacks to execute your profession. Is there any part of you which doesn't identify anymore with your profession?
Yes, there is a big part of me. And I start to reconsider my life and my choices. Because at that time, I thought this was the way to support my country and my people. On the other hand, it was just an idea of belonging, but I didn't belong to anybody at the end. So the country is not just a land or a terminology. Country is where your beloved ones live there. So, under this logic, if my beloved ones live in Africa, then I will call that continent home. But I've been fighting all of my life and I don't have beloved ones. So the whole world could be my country, or my country is nowhere.
May I make another point which comes from the science of psychotherapy, psychology?
Please.
There was an analysis which states that we grow up based on the culture we're living in, we grow up becoming masochists and sadists. We are masochists against the people in power, the ones who reign us. We obey them, and we are sadists against the weaker ones, weaker than we are.
It's true.
Why do and say this? Why aren't we normal people feeling empathy towards other people and animals? Why? So the explanation from that point of view, which I mentioned before, is because we are suppressed. We grow up suppressed and we have unworked emotions in us and unconscious emotions, a lot of aggression and a lot of fear. We grow up in fear. If your self-expression is hindered, the one reaction is aggression, the other reaction is fear. So fear, masochism, aggression, sadism, both are not necessary according to this theory. If we grow up healthy, we don't have undermining feelings. We don't react positively to cruelty. Can you somehow respond to this? Do you like this idea? Do you think it's stupid? You as a
No,
soldier, are you more a sadist or a masochist?
I'm both at the same time. I'm both at the same time. But more and more, there were times where I get pleasure I dare to say, not from killing, but from doing what I was supposed to do.
Which is the sadist part of you.
Exactly.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yes.
For fulfilling my goal.
Where comes the masochism in? Whom do you obey?
My country. My commanders. And at the same time, this obedience hurt me deeply, made me suffer from nightmares, night tremors.
Have there been decisions from your commanders which didn't sound correct to you,
Absolutely.
but you nevertheless?
I had to obey.
But if we concentrate on the panic attacks, which can be translated, panic attack can be translated to a very strong, imminent, sudden, and uncontrolled feeling of fear. One example was specific example. The commander told you to do, which didn't sound correct to you. And then we finish up.
To just execute a suspect. Because he was not carrying arms. He was not posing a threat. He was begging us. But the command was to eliminate him.
Does this person remind you to somebody you knew? Something from your past, from your personal life, somebody from back home?
Maybe he was not innocent, but he reminded me of people beyond suspicion, people that you would imagine that they would give no harm to nobody, like a bus driver I used to greet every morning when I was heading to the school. Or
Okay, it was a bus driver.
yes.
Okay. Thank you for this session.
Thank you.
See you soon again.
Thank you very much.